Hello, class. Today I have a question for you, and that is if you've ever felt lonely, lost, or abandoned. And now imagine you're in a foreign place and you don't know the language. Well, that's everyday life for a lot of animals nowadays. And that's just due to a lot of pet owners not having done enough research. And so today I'll be discussing whether or not you should own a pet. And to be more specific, reptilians. The first part I'm going to get into here will be their temperaments. Temperaments will help decide, will be a big factor in deciding whether or not the animal is the correct one for you to choose. If you get along with the animal, why bother getting it, right? And so dogs can be cuddly, but reptilians, on the other hand, can be a lot more docile and or aggressive. And socializing can help a lot, right? That's why we have dog training camps for aggressive to misbehaving dogs. While reptilians, you may not be able to get the same sort of socialization out of them compared to dogs. You can at least attain a level of mutual cohabitation with them. The mindset new pet owners, especially with reptilians, tend to have is that this snake or lizard or whatever reptilian they have is only this big, and if it bites me, it's not a big deal. But what happens when something that small turns into something that's bigger than your wingspan? And once that thing reaches adulthood, trying to take care of that thing on your own can be a lot more scary and tricky to take care of, which brings me into my second point here, which is the environment that you provide for your animal, and you should be ready for when it's an adult. So taking into account the environment, you need to understand the type of financial and time situation you can dedicate towards the animal. And a lot of times with reptilians, they're kind of the opposite of your normal house pet like a dog. So a dog can only be in a kennel for a couple hours, while your reptilian actually thrives better in an enclosure, and that's because the enclosure most times will have all it needs, or should be sufficient enough to provide most essential things for your reptilian, such as lighting and heat, mainly. As reptilians are cold-blooded, they are very susceptible to things like metabolic bone disease, commonly in bearded dragons to have if insufficient lighting and heat aren't provided, and height spots as well. Height spots provide a sense of relief for reptilians, like how chameleons will change colors to help conform to their environment. It helps them make them feel not as seen and lowers their stress. And so personally, it's up to you on what kind of pet you want to have, but if you're going for a reptilian, it's up to you to do your own research, and don't make the mistake of just wanting to be cool